Issue of UHC staff, which Senator Sifuna has rightfully put, I would like to clarify that we have no objection to the absorption of UHC staff. Those staff were recruited by counties, but they were being paid by the national government for a very long time. Now the MOH insists on transferring the payroll to us, and the money is appropriated in conditional grant. The same conditional grant that I've given you the story about. That the money that is normally guaranteed in being with us is not conditional grants. It is money that you appropriate in DORA. Conditional grants sometimes come late, and that is evident, and you can see the disbursement. I can even give you the schedule that came out yesterday. Some of those monies were meant for last year. Now, if you give me a staff and you tell me I put their money in conditional grant, and you don't submit the money between June and December, you submit the money or release the money in January. Will that staff wait between June and January without a salary for the conditional grant to be released? Of course not. That is why we have said it is better for that money to be appropriated in DORA, because that is a sure way that it is included in every disbursement that is released every month. And the last question is, or rather the last concern is, that conditional grant has to be appropriated it has to be brought into, the item has to be placed in the conditional grant schedule every year. And it has to be brought back to you, Chair, in Senate for you to debate and agree this is the conditional grant we're giving to the counties. Sometimes even you get late in passing these bills. Will the employees wait? Of course not. That is why we have said, let it be put in DORA. The only issue at hand is this has to be applied to the formula that you already passed. And when it's that money in lump sum, 8 point something billions, so is applied to the formula, some counties will lose, the small counties including Tharaka Nithi. But look at the bigger picture. It may be an easier alternative than having zero and giving us employees without any monies to pay. Some governors have argued that the small counties will be losing, will be cushioned by the affirmative action, which of course is tantamount to giving in with one hand and taking with the right one. That you give us an affirmative action because we need the money, then you give us UHC staff and say you use that money to pay the UHC staff. While the bigger counties continue getting a bigger allocation because the formula will take away the small that was meant for the small counties and give it to the big counties because of the formula. That is where the concern is. So as Senator Sifuna can understand that my chair of health did not have any ill motives. We mean good for the UHC. We just want what is sustainable and for perpetuity, rather than just solve a problem for 1 year and the next year we are back to negotiating again. It cannot be a piecemeal. It has to be a problem sorted out permanently, Chair. Then lastly, on the issue of what Senator Cherargei, and I must commend him today, is very cordial.
That's his nature.
Well, let me not comment on that.
You know, when you become cantankerous, I always become cantankerous.
Order.